Players, it's your boy Cousin Roy. It's been a minute since you've been on here. I know it's all good. Good things been happening on the other channels. Make sure you're tuning in. But look, man, it's about time you came back. Why? Because fucking NBA conference finals has already gone on, man. And we haven't said shit. We've had one incredible journey to get to these four teams here, and it's been absolutely crazy. Whole lot of drama, whole lot of bullshit, codes being thrown here and there. Me and the homeboys trying to figure out the code, but the code is like, I don't know, it's like even World War II vets couldn't figure out the code at this point. So right now we have the Golden State Warriors against the Mavs, and we got the Miami Heat against the Celtics. The Miami Heat have won the first game, so did the Golden State, the bitch ass Golden State Warriors. In order for us to shit on everybody, to shit on all the teams, and also most importantly to scrutinize and to call out all the bullshit that's been going on, this is the one and only place where you get the real truth. But please give a big warm welcome to my homeboy Wade Dogg. Wait, what's going on, bro?
Hey, buddy, how you?
God damn, the mic sounds really good, man. Shit.
New mic, new camera.
We finally figured it out, man. Yo, Suns and I mean, I sent you that clip of the boys in RDC World doing that skit on the Suns being just absolutely trash Adams. I watched that game, bro. I watched the game, and I was actually looking away mostly in the first quarter because usually most of the action was in the third quarter. Next thing you know, the second quarter is starting, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? They're leading by 33 points. Fuck, man. By the time it finished, it was 57 to 27. I just couldn't believe it. Luca already had 27 at that point.
Yeah.
And
Luca had
what?
more than
Yeah, he had more than everybody. And like, and he had as many as the entire team. And I was like, by the end of it, bro, what in the fuck happened there, man?
I don't know.
Some
Like I gotta blame that kid. That kid that pushed Chris Paul's wife. Everything went downhill after that in Dallas in game 5.
yo, man, I'm putting it out there, man. I hope someone gets that boy, man. That's fucked up. You ain't don't put no hands on nobody's mama or
Hey,
nobody's
well,
family.
in all seriousness, poor Chris Paul turned what 38 and
Yeah,
hasn't played a good game since. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I
You
guess
see, this
it's
is
yeah.
good.
No, it's true to form. Like we always we always choke. 92, 93 finals. What else? The Steve Nash era. Even adding Shaq didn't help, And then once again, 64 wins, most season wins by the franchise ever, and still couldn't even make the conference finals. Losing to Dallas, and I mean, credit to Dallas, they played well, but seriously, you should have closed that series out. Yeah, up to game, you know, four or five games,
That's
and they just
why. That's why I like what Pat Bev said. By the way, have you been checking out Pat Bev on the on ESPN on the Stephen A? Yo,
bro.
Pat Bev been bringing it, bro. And I
Fuck
got to
Pat Bev.
I
Pat
know
Bev is fucking balding from the front.
I know
It's like a fucking black
it's
dick.
facts. I mean, hate. I mean, it's a hate show. I'm down with that. Maybe that's why Stephen A brought him on the show. But the truth that this guy is spitting out right now is hot fire. Now,
Hey man,
I want to say this my piece. I'm not a big fan of Chris Paul. I always felt he was like that. What's that word for it? Uncle Tom, whatever. Like the guy who plays a lot of politics behind the scenes. I've seen ex players call him out. Now, Pat Bev also asked this question, right? How come when Chris Paul plays badly, no one criticizes him? Right? He said he deserves to be criticized. He secured the bag for another 3 years, huge contract, almost 50 a year, right? 45, whatever it is, and he's playing like shit. How could we throw this kind of money for guys to go from 36 to 40, give them 200 million and throw the franchise on them? So he said, how come no one's good enough? Why? Because few reasons. One, he got a squeaky clean image. He's got wife, doesn't fuck around, all that. He was a former Players Association president. So he said, when you're former Players Association president, people rarely scrutinize that. He said that on the show. You can check it out. You guys, for anyone tuning in, check it out on the tube. He said that. But the fact is, right, what the fuck has he done? Even from the days, like we love his game from the days when he used to play, take on the, like he said, take on Tony Parker and all that back in the day, kind of show up in New Orleans, in Charlotte. But he hasn't really brought it, and he cannot last in playoffs. So to give I think to throw the franchise, I'm saying, Suns, my reason for why Suns dropped, I'm saying is because of this. You cannot throw a franchise or somebody like past 36, like you kind of alluded to just now. What you think, bro? What do you
It's
think of that?
obvious that he played shit the past few games, right? But he also steered them to a
Yes,
64. He steered them to a 64 win season and got them this far. And yeah, yes, he choked at the end. Yeah, but you can't. Pat, who's Pat Beverly to go on? Fuck, as if Pat Beverly's so great. Pat Beverly can't go on what do you call it, ESPN, and say, oh yeah, when we see Chris Paul coming up in the in the program, we start licking our chops.
that's
Like,
right.
give me a break, man. As
Yeah,
if
okay, that's over. Yeah, all right, yeah. That was over. That was overboard.
right.
Yeah.
And
True.
then,
There's some
I
hate
mean,
right
that's
there.
total disrespect. Like, I mean, what do you think when people see Pat Beverly coming up on the program? You know what I'm saying? Um. So yeah, I thought that was very disrespectful. And yeah, I mean, you were stating the obvious to say he played shit at the end, but you know, the players that get the major scrutiny are the players that the media likes to scrutinize because it's good for them to scrutinize. Like Westbrook is a story, Poor Harden. Not that I'm a Harden fan or anything like that, but
We'll get
he's
to
a
him after
story.
this. Yeah,
Yeah. I
we
mean,
got.
did Giannis Giannis didn't have the greatest like he had a good solid superstar season. Didn't have a breakout.
When this season or
Uh,
last season?
this season.
This season, I mean, he improved, but I think without Chris Middleton there, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. Better example. Kawhi.
Mm.
Anybody calling out Kawhi for not having played over a year?
I mean,
Like
ex players are calling him out, saying he's soft and all that, that he's not playing and all. He should be playing earlier. Same now, the Jokic brothers were calling out Markieff, say you soft.
Wait, well, that was cool.
Yeah, but go ahead.
We're all in
Yeah, you
favor of
get.
that one. But I don't think Chris Paul gets. I don't think Chris Paul gets an easier go than anyone else. To be frankly honest, and I think on the court he gets a harder go because as a point guard he's always in their face talking to the refs and they get annoyed and shit.
So,
So
are you
I
okay
don't think
with like the Suns having him for another 4 years and them continue to try and build with him as
I'd
one of the
rather have
cornerstone?
him. I'd rather have them have him than not have him.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
What
get
do you
rid of
say?
Chris Paul.
What if
Hmm?
Josh Giddey became available?
Josh Giddey's great. Josh Giddey's fucking talented, right? But there's
Mm.
no 64 wins coming with Josh Giddey at the point. Not yet. You know what I mean? Not in the second year.
Okay.
Unless you're bringing someone like an experienced point guard, someone like, for example, I don't know, Drew Holiday, uh, maybe Rondo 2 years back, someone like that who can steer them and show some
Wow.
leadership. You know what I mean?
Bro, okay.
Then I'd rather have Paul than any other point guard in the league. Fuck Pat Beverly, by the way. Fuck
So
Draymond
look,
as well. Fuck
there was
all
also was
Mhm.
that? No, I wanted to
Fuck
say
Draymond.
fuck Draymond. Yeah, I guess we'll get to that game. There was also this incident where I think when they were leading, I think in game 6, right?
Yeah.
Leading in game 6, and then Devin Booker kind of did this punk move. Luca had the ball, so they called something a foul, whatever. Then he was like trying to look to give the ball away. And then you know how this hard, I gotta play hard ball, man. I gotta get the ball. Devin just came and kind of barged him and then took the ball away from him. So it's not like he was guarding nothing. He was had the ball up. So Luca was like, what the fuck, man? Okay, you're a bitch ass, you're a bitch ass. Boom, game 7, dropping dimes. And I was like looking at the whole thing, thinking, bro, number one, the guy is playing lights out. You should have seen it from game 1 already. Number two, you kind of let go in game 6. It seemed like something was missing there in that game 6. I don't know what it was, lah, bro. It was this odd, man. Game 5, sorry. It was this odd. So I was like, what the
So
fuck is wrong with this team? Okay, managed to come
so
back,
Taylor.
but and then true enough, it didn't last. So I'm thinking like my thinking is like, then you got guys like James Harden, another one, also aging. After they lost, Embiid is saying like, you all can't expect him to be Houston or Oklahoma, James Harden. It's a
Well, you
semi
can't
jab.
expect it when he's out in the clubs getting,
That's why. Look at it. He still
getting
got that
getting
tummy
some
on.
getting some.
And they, yeah. Hello. I'm sorry. Shit, I'm sorry. I got nasal issues. Yeah, so he need to clear his nasal. And then I saw that game so many times. He gave the ball away. He never went back defender. Then he's looking at Maxi like, "What fuck you doing, bro?" I'm like, dude,
Yeah, yeah,
come on, man, this is ridiculous. Like he is
yeah,
so
yeah.
the moment he secured the bag, he's kind of given up. I think the
Didn't
NBA
he?
should start.
Didn't he give up on the play when the ball bounced towards him and he just let it go over the sideline or something?
Yeah, yeah,
I
he did.
mean,
I was like,
what is this?
dude, did you check out or what? Like, it's
Mm,
such a shit for any fucking team to think that guys like James Harden and all that are going to come and change them. They're not. And it's become
yeah.
pathetic, the NBA. I look at it like looking at all these guys, huge contracts, don't want to play, don't want to push themselves, get injured more. And I just don't get it, man. Like, I think the one with,
Uh, yeah.
we look at Zion saying he can come back, he can dunk and all that, putting videos, without consent, but they're sitting out the whole season and they still get paid. In total, Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and Hard and somebody else and missed like 200 over games, but they've each made about 160 million combined.
It's just
And
I think it's a entitlement attitude.
yeah, so I want to move on. I want to
Entitlement.
talk about the
Oh, wait,
Ben.
wait, wait, no, 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 not done yet with the Suns yet.
Okay, go ahead. All yours.
Well, first of all, I like I like Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker's great, but you don't get softer. You don't get someone who looks. I should say he probably isn't soft, but like someone who looks softer than Devin Booker. You know what I mean? Like if they're walking down the street and I'm picking someone to rob, I'm picking Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Right?
I
And
feel that.
then he's acting all hard and shit on the court. It's not a good. They called him out on it. I think when Suns were up to 2-1, I think they said, you're obviously better than Dinwiddie and whoever the fuck it was.
Mm.
You don't play that shit on the court, right? And then to get embarrassed by Luca, who looks like a skinny James Corden. I mean, every time I see Luca, I feel like we're gonna break out into a musical number or play, do one of those
Yeah,
celebrity
or whatever.
Ariana Grande or something songs. You know what I'm saying? Like Luca's got game, but still, he looks like James Corden.
No, he does, man. Actually, he looks like
He's so
James
fucking
Corden, Eastern
huh?
European cousin or something.
Of Luca.
Yeah, yeah. Then now that you mention it, I thought it's like you're right.
Yeah. Full on. If James Corden had lipo on the cheeks, not that I'm skinny, but if James Corden was skinny, he looked like Luca fully. Like
No, for
seriously.
real. For real.
Yeah.
If anyone can do that comparison, tweet me, man. I want to see that. Yeah, so
Anyway,
yeah.
and in the overall scheme of things, let's say the Suns went all the way and won the title, right? Let's just say if that happened, in alternate universe, a multiverse, you might say, in the words of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, you see Adam Silver handing over the trophy to the Suns owner, Robert Sava, and what's he gonna say? Congratulations and good luck with the harassment cases. You know what I'm saying? How could you how can you have the ownership come down to accept the trophy when the guy's been accused? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Well, you mean you're saying there's
Robert
a
Saab has been accused by
yeah,
multiple
yeah. So
employees
you
of
what
harassment.
you mean that there could be a conspiracy that they don't
Damn
want the
right.
Suns.
Damn right. It's a conspiracy against the Suns again.
What I was like, wait, hold on.
Just like when just like when Bruce Bowen and Robert Horry kicked Steve Nash. And Amari and Boris ran off the bench, didn't even get into the fight, then got suspended for it. And then, down go the Suns in the 2007 or whatever it was.
It's the Illuminati. They're out to
Hey,
get you.
hey.
Hey, it's the eye. It's the eye. It's the eye. You know what I mean? It's the eye coming to get you. That's why that referee Foster or whatever is always refereeing his games.
Damn right. Did he get game 7?
He didn't.
No.
He didn't. I think he got
Damn.
game 4 or 5. One of it. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
hey guys. If you're tuning in, if you think there's a conspiracy, let us know. If there's hate upon the Suns, let us know. There might be. You never know. It's the eye.
And DeAndre Ayton also was a non-factor in
you
game
know.
7.
That's why that
He was
guy
unleashed,
sometimes you see because in fantasy, right? I never said he's a good center to pick because he doesn't play as much. He only gives you points and rebounds, and that's it. Now you see in the playoffs, suddenly you want him to shine, cannot. The thing is, right? 2 seasons ago, he was killer. He was averaging 25, 10, some assists, and a block. When Chris Paul came, all that changed. And then they did not want to give him a full contract last season. They let his contract run
Mm-mm.
out this season. Okay, then he was playing his ass out, and they kept him. He's only what 22, 23, super young, Barbados from Barbados, right? And now you see
Not
lah.
sure, but okay.
Ah, okay. Now you see when the perimeter guys can't mark Luca, Chris Paul can't mark, they then Dinwiddie, then and they're not going to the paint with their centers. Now you're fucked lah. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, as far as DeAndre Ayton is concerned, right? Nobody can get you to
big
pass.
concern.
Actually, bro, come to think of it, why didn't they go? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to say, but I watched it, so I don't know why they didn't go to him more.
That's well, he only played what 19 minutes or
in
something.
in the in the in the final game.
Yeah. And then when
Right.
when they asked Monty about it, Monty said, "Oh, internal. That's an internal issue matter."
That was
So
silly,
obviously
man.
there's some beef going on there. They must be unhappy internally, which
That's
is pretty shit.
that's so stupid. Game 7, right? You should play everybody. Anyway, whatever the fuck they got to handle now, they better handle that shit real quick because, as you said, one of the most wins in the season, but I just capitulated like with all the injury, and maybe Chris Paul is carrying several injuries. I know, which goes back to the earlier point I'm saying you shouldn't pay all these old players so much money. It's just crazy. Anyway, I hope they get better. Hope they get well. They might add a few pieces. Let's see what happens to Aiton's contract in the offseason. Now,
Mm.
moving on, I want to talk about this Ben Simmons fuck up. How the fuck they do not play a game in whole season and then have back injury? Yeah, such fags. Facts.
Got to be that green
Pussy.
lambskin coat. Obviously, gave him the injury. It was
I
wearing
must
too
be.
tight
Maybe it's the hot sun. Chilling in the
in
beaches and
Brooklyn.
all that.
Yeah, yeah,
Usually it's
yeah.
indoor with lights. Now the hot sun came. Like, oh man, back is hurting.
That's
And he's
right.
sipping his Damn, these pina coladas are hurting my lungs. My,
Was
my
he
ties.
born? Was he born in Australia?
I think so. He plays for Australia, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So
Well,
it's like,
obviously,
yeah, I mean, I don't understand this thing. Like, they got him, he couldn't even help the team, and the team needed him because Kyrie is a dickhead. And then they have his contract, and he's still going to get paid minus some of the fines, lah. Kyrie Irving still gets the bag despite the vaccine thingy. I think it's so much fucking money wasted, no, bro. You got all the
you
little.
gotta.
Hmm,
Yeah, I wonder. You gotta wonder what his teammates really like deep down really think of him. Right? You've come all
Kyrie,
this way, getting paid so much,
bro.
and
Can you
you
imagine
ain't
to
get
Bruce
you're not getting
Brown?
anything done on the court.
Yeah,
Like
straight up. I'm playing more
you
than
saw
you,
on
son.
winning. Yeah, you saw on Winning Time how I mean it's a dramatization, but it's also a good depiction of what a locker room is like. Like I got to get my buckets because I got to get paid.
You finished it? I finished it. I think
Yeah, I
it's pretty
finished it.
good. It's pretty good, yeah.
After my honest opinion is, and I think others agree. After episode once the coaches got involved, once it was like Jack McKinney and Paul Westhead and Pat Riley, that's when it got interesting. The stuff in Michigan, in Lansing, that was just too slow, too boring, too much magic. Like everyone loves magic, but they just didn't do a good job of that. And then the Jerry West stuff was also a bit like I didn't need to see Jerry West banging some chick, against the wall in episode 2. You know what I mean?
I got
Remember
you.
that? The
Yeah, I
first
remember
scene.
that.
That episode was directed by Jonah Hill.
Which one? Really?
Episode 2 was directed
Wow.
by Jonah Hill. Yeah.
Nice.
So
See,
I don't know if he
I,
put that one in there. It's costing them a lawsuit now. I really didn't add anything to the story.
yeah, they
Right?
just wanted to portray.
Except every
Yeah,
yeah.
portray this guy some kind of player. I thought. Okay, let's talk about winning time then. First and foremost, 10 episodes of like Wei said earlier, the long-winded parts that I did not like were the same as you, as well as some of the drama between the girlfriend and this one, because some of it was dragged down too much. It could have been just 30 seconds to let us know she's pregnant, then move on. Then there was it got a bit too long. So I'm like, fuck man, I don't want to see this. Me like you, I love Pat Riley turning up. Pat Riley started getting to the team. I didn't care so much for what was happening with what's the coach who got in the bicycle accident?
Jack McKinney.
Jack McKinney. Matt McKinney,
Yeah.
the only parts, I mean, there were some parts involving Jack McKinney also that I didn't care for much. I think the slow melodrama, whatever the fuck bullshit. And I think they were trying to cram a lot in it, bro. It's like every episode it seemed like they wanted to take us on a journey. straight up, from something to some crazy drama to an end. So
Mm.
the house is cycling downstairs, gets a phone call, and then that ex actress from Sex in the City comes. The wife who plays the wife. That's Sex in the City, bitch, right? Anyway, I think so. And she comes, she
Yeah, yeah,
talks or whatever the fuck. I was like, damn, was there even necessary in the scene for nothing? Because he just kind of moved on from that straight away to
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Pat
yeah,
Riley
yeah.
and this guy West or whatever. What's his name? What's the other one? Jerry, Pat Riley
Paul
and
Westhead. Paul
Paul
Westhead.
Westhead.
Do you recognize Jack McKinney, the actor from where you seen him before?
Jack McKinney. I
The
remember
actor, the actor.
IMDb. Yeah, the actor. I IMDb him, but I cannot
Yeah.
remember now.
Remember Homeland?
I only watched
There's
Homeland
no
episode
there's the
1 and 2. I think season 1 and 2.
oh, okay, okay.
I
In
didn't
the
watch the
later
whole thing.
seasons, he's like the Secretary of Defense
All right.
and
I
stuff
didn't
like
watch
that.
it.
And I think he becomes vice president. I think so. It's a pain in the ass in that one. But like, yeah, in this one, I thought his character was. I felt sympathy for it
Mm.
until he turned evil. Trying to when he was trying to get his job back and all that. But I thought they portrayed that pretty well. Jason Segel, wow, I
Wow.
think he I think he did an awesome
Well
job.
done.
Like when I saw his name in the credits before he was on the show, I was a bit. I was wondering how it would go, but wow, that guy can really act. Like, and not just comedy. That was really good. Adrian Brody, when he was playing Pat Riley at first, I just couldn't get it because I've never seen Pat Riley without slick back hair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've never seen Pat Riley with the long hair. Blah blah. Blah. So I googled some pictures of Pat Riley from the '70s when he used to play, and yeah, he was a shaggy motherfucker.
Pretty
Big
accurate. He had the
mustache.
shaggy hair. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Scooby
it
Doo
was a
hair.
very good depiction.
Correct.
Great depiction.
I did the same.
I just it couldn't to me it didn't compute because I've never seen Pat Riley without looking clean cut, suave, hair slicked back and everything. I thought and the guys playing the Lakers I thought were really good. The guy playing Jamal Wilkes is Jamal Wilkes' son or grandson or
Yeah, I think
something.
yes, I saw Jamal Wilkes is the smooth brother, the cool brother, right? The
Norm Nixon's the star already on the team,
sorry,
and
I
his
think that
son is playing, not
uh,
himself.
okay, yes, that's the
Jamal
one I was
Wilkes
mentioning.
Jamal Wilkes has got like a bit of a puffy face. You can kind of when you see it, you can kind of tell. Anyway, so that's the spitting image. Kareem's character I thought was pretty good too. Not the
Very, very good.
character,
I
I mean
mean,
the
the
actor.
one the one that did the heavy lifting as far as the players go was Avon Barkley.
No, of course, of
Come on,
course.
bro. I mean, that's our boy right there.
Yeah, man.
Listen, guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in, our boy Avon Barkley killed it. Spencer Haywood, right? So he's playing Spencer Haywood.
Just say would you?
He's
I
playing.
mean, Avon Wood Harris is only 53 years old. Okay, so, and I was listening to the Ringer podcast, right? And they were saying, "Oh, it's crazy. How can they get Wood Harris in there? There's no way Wood Harris is like 5'6" or something. Bullshit. Wood Harris
Bullshit.
is
Wood
fucking
Harris
big,
is
man.
tall. Yeah.
You look back at the Wire, Avon
Come on.
Barksdale. You go
Side
back
by side
above
with
the rim.
Idris. Hell
Remember
yeah.
above the rim when he was jamming on everybody and he took
Come
the gun.
on. These fuckers forget so easily. You remember. Look at them, man.
Some of
Real
these
fans.
people on the Ringer need to fucking get an idea, bro.
Yeah, man. They just want to spit bullshit. They think that they know stuff. Go and check your shit. Yo,
Well, just because he's
awesome.
it was Bill Simmons, I think Chris Ryan and this other guy. I think he was just there because he was black. Like
That's fucked up to say
I don't think he knew.
that Avon will be there for that.
Yeah, man. Like
I mean, and
he
I'm
was
talking
saying,
about Wood Harris.
Avon's not that tall. How did they do it? And then on the show, I think Chris Ryan or someone looked up and said, "Well, it's listed on IMDb that he's 6'3".
I
Then of
believe.
course, okay, well, that's just the next topic. You know what I mean?
Stupid fellas.
Like, they
They
don't
don't
know
want
the
to admit.
shit.
Fuck them. Hey, what's the Ringer podcast? Y'all eat my shit, man. Y'all fuckers don't know shit. This is the shit. This is why you listen to movies and shit. We know this guy. We watch every fucking episode. When we say this fella can do the heavy fucking lifting, we know what the fuck we're talking about. You're a bunch of clowns. You're doing too much talking. You're running out of shit to say. You're Skip Bailey. Shut the fuck up. Now, bro, I was happy to see him there because it's a movie. Doesn't have to be height accurate. No one gives a fuck. You're smart. You can do them. Hobbits weren't
That's right.
exactly 3 feet. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm
Exactly. Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when he's standing side by side to Idris Elba, at times he looked taller. He did that. He
Yeah,
always
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah,
slouch, you
yeah.
know.
I think he
Yeah,
was taller. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
you're right. He always slouched down.
yeah. So many times they are side by side. This fellow is almost the same height as Idris. Idris, I think, is 6'3", like you said, correct. So these fellas don't know their shit, bro. So nice to see him there, do that heavy. He had to pay his pants with the
Right, right.
drugs,
Yeah,
with the crying. I'm gonna
he was so
pump
good.
that.
Yeah, he's so yeah.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna
The
pump that
sweat,
apple, man. You
the
know.
sweat.
Yeah, bro. You saw the eyes are like, man, I don't. Oh, I was like, whoa, shit, bro. And then for then
Yeah,
Karim came on the door. That whole thing cannot be easy, but I don't know. I think I look to me they did that take several times, man. Because it didn't look like
you could see that take that segment
from
being
his
like an Emmy. You know, when they announce the Emmy nominees and they show like 10 seconds
that could
of a
be.
10-second sample.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
if
mean?
he's
You could see that
nominated like
that
one of the
could
guest
be it.
stars. Oh
That's right.
shit, that's
And then
right.
everyone starts clapping and shit.
So Karim will go to his house, tell him, so this is the heavy lah, this is the heavy scene.
Mm,
I like that because there was one angle from, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, from the elbow and then another one from the back. So I was like, oh, not bad, huh? They did it
yeah,
twice, huh? He had to do it twice, huh? Oh, even more. I
good
said, that's quite.
good ways of it's a good way of it's good to see different ways of doing the taking the shot. Taking the angle of the shot. So
And
you
the,
can see from different angles. It's always interesting rather than just the general,
yeah.
normal angle.
And the guy
You
having
know,
to do it, several times, cry, do the heavy scene several times. Respect, respect. Hey, whoever cut that shit, that was nice. Secondly, his brother was also there. He played
that's right.
Magic's first
Yeah,
ex-girl's father, and
that's right.
who
That's
fucked her
right.
over. That
That's
story
right.
was like, what the fuck, bruh?
What was the TV show that lawyer when he was a lawyer? His brother was
Yeah, I forgot. Wood
the one with
Harris, right?
Steve Harris is the brother.
Steve Harris.
It
So
was,
the
was it
Steve.
Dermot?
You mean the character he played was a lawyer in a movie, right? Yeah, I can't remember.
In a law TV show, private pra- the practice,
Oh, the
the practice,
practice. I
the
thought you were talking
practice.
about old show, right? The practice,
No,
yeah,
no, no, it wasn't an old show. It is an old show.
yeah. It is
I
an, it is
remember
an
there
old
was
show.
the big beefy lady, and then there was the Italian.
Yeah,
Yeah, the whole
Carmine
cast of
Monaghan or
characters.
whatever it was. Carmine Monaghan, this fella, Dominic, whatever,
Dermot
Dermot Mulroney,
Dylan McDermott.
Dylan McDermott. He's still very good, man. He's done a lot of movies on Netflix. I like him. He's showing
He's
his
now taken
range.
over. He was in Law and Order: Organized Crime as the bad guy for season
Oh,
one,
that's
and
nice.
now
American
FBI the
Horror
series.
Story. He's
Hey,
there a lot, a lot. He plays different
oh, is
different
it
characters. He has
good?
shown me his chops, his respect. He got my.
Julian McMahon left FBI Most Wanted, the TV show FBI Most Wanted, and so now Dylan McDermott's taken over as the main lead guy
Oh
in
shit, really?
FBI
Yeah.
Most Wanted. Yeah,
Oh,
so he's
I don't watch
popping
those
up
cop
everywhere.
shows, but nice to know. He's good, man. I like him,
And there's
especially.
the other one
Mm.
with Tony Collette. I haven't watched it properly, but like she works in the White House or something, or she's a doctor for the president, and he basically kidnaps her family or holds them to ransom, and I think she has to like kind of assassinate the president, basically
Really? It's a TV
something
series
like
or
that.
movie?
It's a TV show. TV show. Tony Collette, the Aussie actor,
Okay.
actress.
I I can't. I'm not sure which one. Is it the campaign? No, not the campaign.
Not the campaign. I can't remember what it's called, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah.
You guys can check it if you all want. Dylan McDermott. Now, I was impressed with Dylan McDermott when he started doing this comedy, and it's one of these comedies he did with Zach Galifianakis, where he comes in the room and then he tells the family, "What the fuck is going on? This is the Scrooge and the fuck about family or some shit." That scene absolutely killed me. Yeah, there was
What
one
was-
scene. I think the movie's called The Campaign. Dylan
Okay,
McDermott, Zach.
I know the movie you're talking about. The campaign
Yes,
with
you gotta watch the uncensored version. It's really, really funny. So anyway, let's get back to Winning Time. So
okay.
the guy who played Will Leave Magic for will I think the best character for me was John C. Reilly. Will leave John C. Reilly for last. Let's talk about Magic himself, lah, bro. I
Okay.
think they went with that smile. I think they found the boy with the smile, with the
The guy looks like him. The guy
yeah,
looks
I'll
like him a
give it
lot.
up. I give it up. He did. He did. He got that low, long, trunky, long little jaw, with the thing there. And get sure he has his when he smiles, you see both his teeth.
Yeah,
And I think the one that kind of did it, even though I think he could have done better, was in the final episode when he received the trophy. They tried to do like for like the same video where he said no, you can't forget Kareem and all that. I give
Mm.
that a 90. He could have got 100 there. Some things were just a bit off. So that's why I said,
Yeah,
okay, the
yeah,
guy was all right.
yeah, yeah. I think they didn't need to do that. Actually, I think they were better off just. I get what they're trying to do, trying to build the conflict
And then get
for
the
the next
feel.
season. All that, but
Yeah.
like, I think they actually would have done better if they just had the happy ending for season one. You know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he just seemed out of character, right? All
I
season he's been loyal,
I mean,
and then whatever.
I thought they wanted to just recreate that scene because that scene was iconic. After they won the
Maybe
championship, and then he got the MVP, and he was thanking. Then I was like, oh, they were drama. Because, bro, did you ever know that Karim was such a dick?
not until recently.
I did.
But apparently it's well known. But
Oh,
I never knew, except for once. I remember watching an old All Star game. It was like 86 or 87, right? So when they do the player introductions, right, for the All Star game, because they all get introed, the bench as well as the starters, they're sitting on the bench, and then the producer or whatever, like someone from the NBA. Hang on a sec. Oh, then someone from the production team will basically, when your name gets called, they hold your shoulder, and then when they release their hand from your shoulder, means you get up, you stand up, and you run out into the court.
mm.
And so when they got to Kareem, the camera was on Kareem, and you just see the guy behind him has moved from whoever was before Kareem to Kareem, had his hand on his shoulder, and then you see Kareem go, "Get the fuck off me," on camera,
Damn,
and you think, Jesus, like
relax, bro.
the guy's just relax, man. The guy's just fucking doing his job, man. Like, and that's what he's instructed to do: put his hand on your shoulder until your name gets called. Then you know that once it's released, that's the cue for you to get up and run, right? Like, it's not a big deal. But the Kareem was just like, "The fuck off me," like. So
I
anyway,
mean,
that's the only indicator I had before, hearing about
damn. I
how
mean,
bad he was.
even if you're having a senior moment, that's kind of fucked up to do. I gotta say, like, because now what I'm hearing after seeing this thing and doing a little bit of research here, and that's why I'm trying to figure out why it's so dark here. Whatever the fuck. Get that. Go get my good side. No, hold up. Because it looks dark here, right?
Uh,
I mean, fuck it, whatever. I'm still good looking, man. I'm
same
fucking
looks like
gorgeous.
looks same to me.
I'm still fucking handsome. Hold up. Okay, so after this movie came out, it's starting to come to light that the reason why a lot of people, even though he got 6 championships, not saying Kareem is the best in the world, because he was a fucking asshole. No reporters could talk to him. No one knows anything about him. So the whole world, no one gives a fuck about him. Which means the impact he did was not as great as maybe the guys that came after him. Okay, prime example: Michael Jordan, Phil Iverson, Allen Iverson. To an extent, Isaiah, Phil Iverson. Bill Walton, all these
Alan and his cousin, his cousin Phil.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. The whole work. The whole gang. Alvin, Simon, Theodore, all of
Yeah,
them. So they were more famous than Kareem. So he
yeah.
wasn't very marketable and all that. So it's come to light now that because when you're not that open and people don't know about you, it doesn't mean you just go to the rings. Then it's just Bill Russell all day, 11, right? Him with the 6, even though with the Lakers time. Now I'm kind of and sorry, I wanted to put this to you because I'll get to it because a lot of people saying, bro, he's still like one of the greatest. They will put Jordan and then him second.
Mm.
Now, what do you think? Because now I'm sure you've seen kind of know a few more things, right, about Karim. Like I'm asking you now, him being a dick. 69. What do you think about all this whole topic, this thing that people are talking about now about Karim?
Well, even as a player, I put him like top five, but I'd say he'd still be third. Like for me, Will Chamberlain was the best center,
I said the same.
and then Bill Russell, and then Kareem. For me personally, that's my
Who's your
personal
top
opinion.
five, real quick? Who would be your
What
top five? I'll tell you
Prentice?
mine.
Prentice,
No, of all time.
MJ, MJ. Okay, it used to be MJ, Magic, Wilt, Russell, Kareem. I'd probably still say probably still the same. Maybe I'd put Wilt second, right? I don't think any. I mean, nothing against LeBron. I think LeBron's great, but I just don't think it's different. You know what I mean? LeBron's just you can't. I was
No
gonna
Kobe
say,
too, huh? No Kobe in your list.
Kobe's great too. You know, I didn't like Kobe during his playing days, but now I've got to respect. I have a lot of respect for what he did. You know, for his game,
Okay.
even
So
though he did.
Karim is in your top five, huh? Regardless, huh? You still
Mm,
put him there in the top five.
just because you couldn't, his offense was just so good. Like his offensive weapon, the skyhook was so good. I mean, he, the other person I would put is Larry Bird because he didn't have the physical gifts.
Greatest of all times, huh?
Big,
Okay.
yeah, because he didn't have
It's
the physical gifts. But then you see, when you get into physical gifts, you say, well, if Wilt wasn't 7-1 or whatever, how good would Wilt have been? You know what I mean? Or if
Yeah,
MJ
I was
wasn't
saying with
six
Karim,
six,
if Karim won a 7-2, he wouldn't have been able to skyhook, which is bullshit.
that's
That's an
right,
art
that's right,
form,
that's
man.
right. So
Yeah, I feel you. I feel
it's
that.
hard to get into the physical gift section of players. But yeah,
That's right. I mean, I
I'd
mean,
still say Kareem be top five. I'd
really,
say.
yeah, because people trying to claim that Karim is like Senator Clay Aikens, or Bill Russell like Clay Aikens. They all fake, he ain't real. But I won't put Karim in my top five. I want to
Who do
put
you
my
have?
top five because impact on everything, holistic impact on everything. So I think the guy who blew up the game may have been Michael Jordan, but I think the another fellow who even blew it up. And I'm call me biased or what lah, but I'm putting LeBron James as number one. I don't want to just look at titles because then we can get into the whole thing about how Michael Jordan was not blocking and all that. Pippen was doing all that work and all that
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
Rodman.
yeah,
So
yeah.
LeBron never had that kind of help. So I put LeBron
Yeah,
number
yeah.
one, personal.
Definitely true.
Yes, thanks, brother. Michael Jordan number two, fucking I can't. Nobody else can be up there. Okay, so number one for me, bias. Number two is Jordan. Fuck what you heard. The number three is a bit of an issue
Okay.
because I've seen Will Chamberlain and what he's done. Holy crap! Wait, you know that the one where the fella he's so tall, but people are guarding. He just take the ball and just do that thing where
Yeah,
just
yeah,
take
like
it
a
and just
little
put
finger
it
roll
like a little finger
and
roll
just
above
yeah,
that.
yeah, into the basket, not even like a
Ah,
shot. It's just like
like his fingers right near
placing
the
something on
basket.
the cupboard.
Correct. And I'm like, you mean nobody back then could touch this guy, yeah?
Mm.
And he's just like dominating everybody. Everyone thinks it's easy, and he had to slow down because he was scoring too many points. And he's, of course, I mean, sad. I mean, it's not sad. I mean, he didn't win as many titles as the other guys, but
Mm.
I don't know. I guess it was a team thing, whatever. It's weird back then. There weren't as many players also back then. So
That's
number
right.
three is very hard because I like Wilt as well. But I think the modern game is super tough, even though it's not as tight. There's many games. So it's LeBron, MJ. The third one, I am going to put Shaquille O'Neal.
Oof.
I know. Shaq
That
would
means
invite me for his birthday this year.
you think that means you're putting Shaq as your number one center of all time, basically, yeah?
Because we're comparing him with Kareem, we're comparing him with Wilt, we're comparing him
Well,
with
he's the first center on your list, yeah. So
first Kareem. Who else? Like
mm,
the other guys, Bill Walton and all that was shit. Ah, fuck them.
nah, like,
Who else?
I think
Tim
Moses
Duncan.
Malone,
Tim
David
Duncan.
Robinson, Tim Duncan. I think you
Moses.
put Tim Duncan. I put as the best power forward of all time,
Okay, powerful.
which
Okay.
is partially helped because he probably should have played center, but because Robinson was there first at the Spurs, Tim Duncan played power forward and stayed at power forward.
So
Yeah, I think
all
Tim
the way till
Duncan's
the end,
scoring is shit,
I mean, hey, he's a great
but
fan.
he's probably
Mr.
the best.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, that's right. He's the best. He is the best power forward of all time.
Can we put him
But
for
like you
this?
go back to the centers, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem, Moses Malone, Willis Reed,
I'll be
Dave
honest.
Cowens.
Moses Miller, I never saw much videos of him. I cannot compare. Cannot compare, but I saw Shaq play. I saw nobody able to stop him.
Oh, there's no there's no comparison to Shaq in
Oh
his
my
era.
god. I'm like, because you see the old guys like Jerry West when he did his top list and all that, he would like take Dominic Wilkins and all these old guys. So for me, I want to put and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean
your
Will
contemporary
Chamberlain is
guys.
my number four. I will just put it out there. Will Chamberlain is number four. I think he was
Mm,
incredible. I think nobody could touch him. But number three, I'm going to put Shaq. Wow, that guy when he started playing basketball, people who didn't even give a fuck about basketball started watching. And to see
yeah,
his bloody antics. Michael Jordan was dominating. LeBron James was hard. 18 years old, man. Come on. LeBron James and Kobe almost same. Came in, took a fuck ass franchise, took him to playoffs, not missing shot. Everyone forgets how James won when he was 18, 19, 20, all the way till 25, maybe. He was incredible, man. He took all the winning shot, but people forget because they want to hate on him because he kept beating them and going to 8 finals in a row.
That's right.
So that's why seeing Shaq dominate like that, coming in this series, everybody China, everybody watching. I'm going to push Shaq number three. For,
Did you see the segment today when they were discussing on Inside the NBA? They were discussing Jimmy Butler. Did you see that one
oh, they're fighting. I
when
loved it.
Shaq and Barkley got into
Yeah, I
argument?
was just watching it just now, bro. I watched it twice because it was on loop. I didn't
Hey,
realize.
you
Whew.
got to admit, Shaq was out of work,
Oh,
right?
I
Like,
tell you, he crossed
and
the
he
line.
just keeps yelling over everyone
Yeah.
when he can't lose an argument. Like he's a fucking baby.
I mean, Chuck
He's
did
such a
have
child.
a one point that he said he can't defend against the best defensive player. I believe so because Jimmy is good lah. Shaq is saying that
The
Jimmy
truth,
can do whatever he
the
want. Look,
truth,
I want
the
to
truth,
ask Dikembe Mutombo call Dik. Go ahead.
the truth is, of course, Jimmy will still score. But what Barkley and Kenny were saying was it will be more difficult against the defensive player of the year. And Shaq couldn't even eat that as a valid point. And then you look at Shaq there, oh, I beat up Dikembe Mutombo. Well, let's look at the other matchups. Let's look at Shaq versus Hakeem in the 94 finals. Let's look at Shaq versus Ben Wallace in the
Numbers
2004
ate
NBA
him up.
finals.
Ben Wallace was like a real
Detroit. Yeah,
street
that's right.
brother. Killed him.
That's right. So you can't say oh, he'll get it if he wants it. He wants it. He'll get it.
I wish
What? It
Charles
doesn't work
remembered
like
those
that.
points, man, and threw it up
Yeah,
there.
he got him bad.
Chuck would have hammered him there because
Shaq is
he
just such a. He's not a good analyst, and he's just so like I don't know.
he's just very
It's just
personal.
annoying.
Bro, all Chuck's feedback is all his personal. My personal 2010.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
nobody be able to dominate on me, and that can be the best player on the court.
And he
This
makes
one,
up his own bullshit. Oh, GC 13 certified.
I got
What does that
G90
even
classified.
mean?
I got certification. I got G90 classified
Yeah, yeah,
certification.
yeah. Oh,
I got all the
certified
inside
certificate.
information.
Me and Kenny.
I'm certified. I can say what I
You know
want.
what I mean?
I'm certified. I got classified. You see this, Chuck? You see this, Chuck? And then he brings that up. I'm like, I understand what Chuck points for, and Chuck was kind of losing the point. But bro, I'll tell you the behind story why that happened. In the lead up to this, yesterday or day before, when they were talking about the game,
Mm.
they brought up Shaq's numbers, and Shaq said in his entire career, he actually said playoff. Chuck heard it entire career. Okay, you watch it again. I say my playoff. I think I only had 10 bad games. My entire playoff career, I had 10 bad
Yeah,
games.
I remember that segment.
Yeah.
I
So
remember that
Chuck said,
segment.
"You only
And
had
Shaq was
10
yeah.
bad
Charles was
games.
like,
You think?" And
yeah, yeah,
then
yeah.
someone told Ernie through the producers told Ernie it was
Uh
50.
huh. Uh-huh.
So yeah, 15
Oh,
bad games. I think in not in his entire career that the 15 bad games they said was 1 point games. Now Chuck had a fantastic point after that. He said, "Who gives a basically he said, who gives a fuck about your 15 1 point games? Doesn't mean if you get 10 points in the game you still played super well. That's bullshit." And I was like, yeah, true.
yeah, that's right. Exactly.
I want to know if he had 15 bad games in the playoffs. So his ego had been boosted, bro, coming up to yet to today's today's fight. Ego been boosted. So today Chuck came there with that defensive player, whichever defend. And Chuck told him straight, you were carried by Kobe and Dwayne. I laughed my ass off. I laughed. I said, yeah, Kobe and Dwayne carried you. Oh, you know what, championship. Kau dikembe betul, kau Mutombo. I'm like, goodness. Call Mutombo. Yeah, I didn't like that, man. I thought he really crossed the line. Fuck Shaq, he's a fucking idiot. So my number five, I'm very
Yep.
torn.
Sorry. Yep.
I'm very personal on Allen Iverson. I think when Evan
Mm.
Anderson came, so he did a lot of good things. They just couldn't get over. So very hard to give somebody without a ring, right? So number five, I have to think now is a bit hard. If you throw some names at me right now, those who deserve to be number five, then the only one who deserves to be in number five, Kobe Bryant. So I think I'm going to put Kobe Bryant in there. That's my five. So I got LeBron, MJ, Shaq, Wilt, and Kobe. That's
Dr.
my top
J,
five. Dr.
Magic.
J, not enough lah. Magic,
Mm.
I know Magic got the five. I know Magic got the five, but I think he didn't have a long enough career for me to call it lah. Because I really find it. I'm putting Will because I need to put one old school guy there. Because if I don't have to put one old school guy there, bro, the number four is Scottie Pippen, hands down.
Okay. Let's readjust parameters
Okay,
to
okay, adjust.
since 1980 till now.
Then Dominic
Top
Wilkins is
five.
in there. Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, top five, huh? Right? It's hard. It's okay. Top five, huh? From 1982 onwards, huh? I go first,
Yep.
or you have yours?
Yeah, you go first. You go first.
Okay, top 80 from 1980. Then LeBron James, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Scottie Pippen, Scottie Pippen, Robert Ory. No, I'm just kidding, man. Not Robert Ory, man. I'm fucking with you. Shaq. Number five, Shaq. Number five, yours?
Yeah. Since 1980, I'd say okay, Michael Magic Larry Shaq. Who'd be the fifth?
Larry Bird in 1980. Okay, okay, yeah, 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 yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
from 1980,
Yeah,
so
correct,
not
correct.
in 1980,
Magic is
from
in there.
1980.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to say it, I guess Tim Duncan.
Phew, Mr. Fundamentals. No place for Kobe. No place for LeBron.
Ooh. Oh.
No place.
Look,
No place.
okay. Look, you're right. No, you're right. LeBron, I think, has surpassed Larry Bird. Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh yeah, you reminded me of those two. I totally forgot those two. Michael Magic, Kobe, LeBron, Shaq. In no particular order.
But why you put Magic in there, bro? I'm straight up curious, bro.
I
Hit
think
me.
Magic's handles, his size, like the way he used the size to his advantage, as in 6'9" point guard. I mean, you know, he has obvious height advantage. The speed with which he played the game, and the way the game changed the league, etc., opened the league up basically from being, what they thought it was a league of drug addicts. You know what I mean? Like he really changed it. If Michael Jordan opened the door, Magic unlocked it. In my opinion, Magic and Larry unlocked the door for Michael to come in to open it to the world. And as much as he's got an ugly looking shot, he actually is a very good scorer. Like, you look at the numbers, you look at his highlights. I think Magic's got a lot of game, but each to their own. Like, you could probably say comparatively that LeBron has just as much game as Magic, but LeBron grew up in the era that Magic and Michael built for them. So it's, Magic didn't have that advantage coming through.
That's interesting. I remember back in the college, they used to tell me you used to watch the old videos. Man, I didn't. So I can't say. So I was curious. Because even for Stephen A. So he puts Magic as his top five. Stephen A. So Magic is
Stephen
always
A.
top five. Stephen A. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith. So I'm like,
I mean, the
oh,
more,
okay.
the more you see the Magic highlights, I mean, the no look passes. I mean, it's all flashy and stuff, but like, it
Mm.
really is very skillful
Good,
and
eh?
very
Okay.
entertaining.
I hear that.
Really,
Okay.
really. You watch it like a Magic mixtape kind of thing. It's you have the same reaction as when you would be watching maybe an and one mixtape for the first time. You think, what the
Mm.
fuck is going on here? What is he doing?
So, so that's why the guys in the past, from watching the basketball was played before, and then when this fella came in, they were like, yo,
That's right. I mean,
1980, they won the first title, right? And the Spencer Haywood's last title. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So 19,
that's right.
oh, nice. Then they won in 82, 85, 86,
Mm-hmm.
88, was it? And then 90, he had AIDS.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
okay.
forget they chucked Spencer Haywood off the team during the
Yeah.
finals,
Yeah.
so they had no, lacking a power forward
Yeah.
in historical terms, right?
Right.
And
So
then
now,
go ahead.
no, so now if we look at this winning time, so now we are at this point where the first season they've won the title. Guys, spoilers, huh? I already spoiled it. So they won the first title and they ended it, and then they brought the Karim beef. The
Yeah,
next thing that's probably going to come out is Pat Riley takes his team right next season.
yeah. Paul
Ah,
Westhead decides.
so there's going to be some. He's not there. West is not there. I went. I did
No,
the whole wiki search and everything.
he gets
So
fired
some shit.
in history. He gets fired,
Oh
and they
yeah.
say that Magic had a lot to do with it.
Oh shit. So that means next season we can expect to see drama between those two. And I always like Adrian Brody. I thought he was cool. I thought he did the Pat Riley quite well. I thought the face was there. That sharp fucking face. You know what I'm saying? This guy's a fucking Brit, man. Get the fuck out, man. I fucking
It
love
took me a
you.
while, but then yeah,
Yeah,
once
man.
the
What's up, man? And then
yeah, yeah,
Jason
yeah.
Segel killed it with the heavy. Well done.
Oh,
And the
big
funny.
time,
The
big
heavy and
time.
I we gotta respect these comedians, lah. They got all the chops, lah. Shit, man. They got all the range, the motions, respect, mad respect. Now let's come to John C, bro.
Oh
I
wait,
tell you,
did you see who played? Did you see who played Pat Riley's wife? The girl
hold
from
on.
Community.
I didn't watch Community, but I know who she is. Yeah,
Ah,
she's
yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah.
She's
Okay,
cool.
okay.
I thought she was nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I thought she did a role well. Yeah. Now John C. Sally Field special mention here.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Shout out
What a
Sally.
shout out. Sally Field, mama, everyone's mamas, man. Damn, man, Sally Field, brilliant, brilliant. And the girl who played Jeannie, I think you are there
Yeah,
about
yeah.
8.5 out of 10. I think you did your
Oh, she
role
was
well. I
great.
think you
I,
did
I don't
better.
I don't think I've seen her before.
Me neither. Me neither.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's nice to see. Now, John
She was
C.
great.
Riley, the main guy, the glue behind this entire show, the man who speaks to the camera doing the fourth wall bullshit, had some awkward scenes like the one he's sucking in the girl's titties in the car, the fucking in the second episode, the maid's titties in the car, and I'm like,
Oh, the
the
maid
maid's,
from Agents of Shield.
yeah, oh
Well,
my
I guess
god,
we
that's a big
now we
actress
know
too.
what now we know what job she went to after they finished Agents. After she finished her time as a Shield agent, right?
She's cleaning up Jerry Bass's house, Dr. Bass.
Yeah, that's right.
Now the started the scene in the Playboy house. I think anything with Playboy house it should be cut already at this point because that place was a cesspool of rape. Lucky they didn't put so much; they did put hints of it. They were smart.
Yeah,
Jerry Bass is the one holding the entire movie. I think he was great. I heard Ari Spears also give him his flowers. I think the whole drama surrounding what's his name, Jerry West. What do you think, bro? I also was a bit upset when I watched it because I thought everyone said Jerry West was nice, but pretty soon I said, fuck it. Jason Clark was killing it.
it was great. It was a great dramatization,
Great
which has
character.
nothing to do with the nothing to do with the truth. So you can see where if they're using his name, then it's a bit like, whoa, people are
Yeah.
gonna think that I actually you know, did do all
Yeah.
these things, and it was a crazy fucking,
You
mentally
think
ill kind of guy. So
you think
I
they
can
did
see where
him
Jerry West
dirty?
come from. Hmm?
You think they did him dirty?
A little bit,
I
a
think they
little
did him
bit.
dirty too, man. I
They could
think
have, they
like
could have, they could have done that stuff, made it funny, but not been so over the top. Like it could
yeah.
have been over the top in little bits, but
But
not
he
all
was
the time. This
but
way, all the time, he just
all
looks
the
like an
time angry,
unstable
correct.
guy.
He was like such a fucking guy with his nuts tied in a fucking ring.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I because the character was played so well for that role and for those scenes for him to come in and be the fuck shit fuck and throw shit around seemed very appropriate. That a soft guy coming in would have been difficult. And I thought,
yeah, yeah,
how can you fucking play this character and then what did you not care what the guy would think? So I think it's another one of these HBO being bitches. They
yeah.
say,
That's
you know
right.
what?
That's right.
Yeah, it's for the movie, it's for the TV series. Sorry. For the TV series, I have to go with it. So overall, let me just end with I want this one. As far as Jerry West goes, I went in prejudiced, but I realized I couldn't stop watching it. So that's why
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
we got a good shot. And just like how you gave me Sopranos, he said, "Yo, you gotta watch it." I'm like, "You
And like
crazy?"
the Wire too was hard to watch for the
Why
first two
came for
episodes.
Rizal?
First
Correct.
episode.
First episode was slow as fuck.
Mm.
Bro, he took 2 minutes or whatever to pan to the kid. Then the first episode, the pan to the kid in the side sitting down there, and then they said a few words, then ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding,
I mean
ding,
this one,
ding.
I couldn't get through the first episode of Winning Time. I gave up after 40 minutes. I was just so bored
40. Oh, you were almost done.
for the
Oh, you
first for the
couldn't.
first episode.
Oh,
And then I didn't stop. I stopped watching it. And then other friends were posting online about it, saying it's great, and I said it's not for me. And they said just give it another shot.
yeah,
And
you
so I
told
did,
me.
and then turned out really good.
Yeah, you told me you
Turned
only
out
watched
really
the
good.
first episode. I remember watching it. Then I think 2 days later, I told you, dude, I'm already on episode 7. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's RPG. But did you know? I read this on the thing, right? Did you know that so John C. Riley wanted the part, right?
they wanted to give it
Of
to Will
Jerry.
Ferrell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know about that Will Ferrell stuff. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
So now Will
crazy.
Ferrell has beef with the director.
Beef, yeah, fuck him.
But then Will Ferrell and John C. Riley are from the same crew, right?
Correct.
Step
That's why.
Brothers and all that.
So apparently there's some
So,
beef. So
mm,
apparently Will wasn't happy because he wanted to play John, but when they did the screen test and all that, he looked like shit. The director was that whatever his name is, that famous director also, and he said, "Nah, John is the guy." So they went back and forth. Finally, they gave it to John, and then there's some beef. But I was like, "Oh, beef also, you also shot it," and I'm like, "I'm glad they did because John was perfect." I think I mean, Will Ferrell would have been the face is too big,
but
man,
if
right?
yeah, that's right. If Will Ferrell's too much associated with comedy, plus Will Ferrell with the mustache, everyone thinks
Yeah,
Anchorman.
you're right.
Like
Yeah, ridiculous.
he
You're right.
did such a great job with that.
And
That
it's
that
hard to get over his height.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And his
Oh,
voice,
his
like,
voice. Dr. Bus
it-
was a gambler, womanizer, soft spoken, Yeah, I think they did a great casting lah.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
I didn't have like yeah. So but that's a nice interesting story. I don't know whether it's not some Hollywood bullshit story to kind of gain traction with it. Like how they turned Jerry West into a fucking psychopath. What the fuck, bro? Everything, everything to that. Even the scene where he's fucking, he's
Alcoholic,
angry.
mentally ill, can't watch the games. Gotta listen to it in the limo.
Throwing shit, throwing it around. Fuck this
Yeah,
chair.
Skip Bayless said that because Skip Bayless was around it back then. Said that couldn't have happened because Jerry West's office didn't have any windows in it. So anyway, as we know, it's the dramatization.
They would
It's done
and
dramatically.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they are going to
Creative.
continue to do it. I'm looking forward to see what season 2 is. It should be interesting. There should be a few more dramas in here, but let's ask. I want to talk about the things that I want them to cut down on. When they build up to the sexual parts, it's a bit silly. It's not like
Mm.
how Sopranos, Wire, or other TV shows like even True Blood would do it. It's a bit fucking awkward at times. I want them to cut down on that. I want them to cut down of the girlfriend boyfriend relationship, but I want to know because the age thing is building up. They have to show he's fucking six girls in a day. I don't know whether the Playboy mentioned thing is going to come in because apparently that's why he contracted it.
Oh,
Because
really?
Magic, yeah, because Magic had a reputation for going to these. There were used to be clubs and all that all over LA where the players go and hang
Yeah.
out last time, and they're brothels. And then whenever they go, but there was and Magic was there, and there was a girl that you are with, right? So I'm with this one girl. Magic comes, he's with four girls, but he sees your
Mm.
girls. Hey, hold up, this is my house. Don't let me catch you drinking my shit. I don't want you smoking my shit. And if you bring any of them girls up in here, make sure I fuck them first. And that was how Magic was back then, it seems. So he was greedy. He was a greedy
Yeah.
fucker in almost a literal sense. So there will be more of this, but I want them to cut down on the fucking drama. I want to see
Yeah.
more
Yeah. Yeah.
money, where he put his money. His money being fucked over. I want to see
Like the shoe deal stuff.
that's the one. I want to see
Mm.
Larry Bird. There'll be more of Larry Bird for sure. Fuck you.
Oh, I
Shut
think
up.
they, I
You
think they, they did Larry Bird dirty as well, man, and
fuck
Red
you.
Auerbach.
Shut up.
Like
Like
they made Larry Bird look like a fucking KKK member.
yeah, bro. Remember how they're watching TV?
You know
He's
what I mean?
watching TV in the trailer. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
watching TV? This house is like a fucking dumb. And then the fella calling them some N word or whatever the fuck. Like, damn, so, bro. So we got that three things to look forward to. I want them to cut down on the sex and the. You can put the sex, make it better. Cut down on the romance. Fuck the romance. I want to see players. I want to see more
Mm-mm-mm.
players, more training. And
Yeah.
I don't want to say earlier. I want
Yeah.
to see these things. You? Do you see anything
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
feel they should
Agreed.
cut down?
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The rest of it, fuck it. Now, back to this NBA thing, bro. Who do you think is going to win the who do you think is going to take it between the Heat and the
And the
Celtics?
Celtics. I like the Celtics. I like the Celtics. I think the Heat are really strong, really strong. But the fact that the Celtics actually took down the Bucks, defending champs. Okay, they didn't have Chris Middleton and all that, but if the Celtics are full strength and Horford and Straw and Marcus, what's his face, come back,
Smart.
then I think they can take him, but it'll be
Yeah, they
close.
need smart. Son. The other side.
And I think, yeah,
Sorry,
sorry,
go
the
ahead. No,
other
no, no, no.
side,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, 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 the other side. I think it's hard to call, man. Like the Warriors are good, then they're sometimes a little bit okay. Like they're coming into form now at the right time. Why was Steve Kerr missing that other game? Did he have COVID or something or what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. COVID.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
then he
yeah.
was clear.
Mike Brown, yeah.
My
Good job,
my
buddy.
Brown is going to where? Memphis,
Sacramento, Sacramento.
Sacramento. Yeah. You see, I don't want the Warriors to win. I didn't like them doing Ja dirty. Fuck Jordan Poole. I thought that was still a dirty play, yanking the knee and shit. That's some dirty shit, bro. You just ruin your reputation, son. I don't care what you
Mm,
say,
mm,
because the guy couldn't play after that. So fuck off. No matter
mm.
what you say, fuck off. I don't like the Warriors. Not a big fan. They can go and dance in their back home. I hope to God Dallas plays better than this fucking bullshit 89 to 112 today. That's some
Yeah.
bullshit. Maybe he was tired lah. I think the dude tired.
Yeah, and probably still on a high after
I think so.
Phoenix, after
I
winning in
believe so.
Phoenix.
We've seen it so many times. Right? They get the seven, they
Well,
lose the first. I hope
Luca's
they
got
come
to
back.
do the James Gordon show, man. So
So
he's
through
tired,
that
man.
late
It's
night
the
with James
late
Corden.
show.
You have to sing and shit, sing some songs. Yeah, okay. So I hope he gets a break after this. Stay the fuck at home, get some rest. Jimmy kind of turned up against the Cells, but like you said, Horford and Marcus Smart missing. I'm going with the ones I prefer to win. I prefer the
Mm,
Celtics to win. I think
me
I'd like
too.
to see Smart
Me
win
too.
the title. I'm not really a big fan of Jimmy. And I think Miami a
Yeah, I'm
bit
not
too
a fan of Jimmy.
flashy. Yeah, I think
Mm.
Tyler Hero is going to burn all his money before he's 30. All this flash Miami bullshit
He
can
does
go.
seem pretty. He does seem pretty. He looks like a machine gun, Kelly. But he
Yeah,
when he speaks, like when he was on Inside the NBA getting his award, he actually seemed quite humble, which is
yeah,
it's different to how he comes across. But anyway,
yeah. He's
good
the
luck to
young
him.
kid with a lot of money who does the flash to get all the attention. And the way he's spending, I'm thinking you better be smart with your finances, lah, bro, because whatever fuck deals you're getting, he's only 22, he's very young, going to earn a lot. I'm thinking the game has to come first. So if he gets to
Mm.
the finals here and loses again, then I don't know lah what to say. I think fuck off lah, But I prefer the Celtics to go there because Marcus Smart can be an annoying fuck. But maybe it's nice to see him win the title. See the Celtics win
Hey,
the title. Now,
there's no one more annoying than Pat Beverly. Okay.
okay, that's true.
So when you look at, yeah, I agree. Marcus Smart can be a bit of a bitch, but like when you
That's,
compare to Pat Beverly, I mean, it was entertaining to watch them celebrate getting into the playoffs, the Timberwolves.
oh, they
But I
celebrated that they
mean,
won the title.
yeah, shall we? If you want to talk about,
Yes,
someone being an idiot, then Pat Beverly, come
that
on,
number
man.
one, man. I ain't arguing with that. I ain't arguing with that. I'm with that. I'm with that, bro.
Yeah, fucking.
So
And he's on NBA TV looking like fucking. He looks like Wyclef Jean. You know what I mean? Like he's just sitting there like
every
this.
Friday, and then you see the way he looks at Stephanie. Oh, you talking now? Oh, okay. Oh, you gonna bring that up? But you go, come on, Stephanie. Why are you talking about? I've seen the eyes like weird, yeah. But look, listening to him on TV is pretty good. He's bringing in some new flavor. I finally think that what Stephen A did by sacking Max Bergman was right. The show is getting fucking stale. Now he got all his brothers in there and they're all fucking tossing it up. JJ Redick is a
Max
breath
is
of
good.
fresh air.
Yeah, JJ Redick's Max is good on the other show.
Max is
I
good on
think
the
Max
other
is a
show.
great talent.
I agree.
They just didn't melt
They didn't. I think
mesh
Max
together.
cannot do all this. I'm angry. I think you're wrong. He
'Cause it's
cannot. He
fake.
needed. Yeah, he needed.
'Cause
He's
it's
too soft.
fake. Stephen A's fake.
Yeah, he can't. He
Notice
he
how
he,
now
he
Stephen
can't
A
cope
now
with
that
the
now,
fake shit. Yeah, he
now that
can't.
Pet Beverly's like making noise. Now Stephen A's gonna come over the top of that and make more noise and say more outlandish, controversial things to outdo fucking Pat Beverly.
Yeah, they're good at that
Slut.
because Pat plays video games and he's talking all time, all night on video games. So he can spit. So I think it was a good move because it's entertaining. I like JJ in there to come and
I
fuck
like
both these
JJ.
guys up sometimes. Like fuck Stephen A that day. I loved it. Yeah, but I hope these two teams win lah. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Jimmy, and into thrill with the Warriors. I think Warriors full of themselves. I think Draymond can go suck it. After he won game one, he came to the table also. What there he was chit chatting.
Yeah.
They can all get a career in broadcasting after and go fuck himself. Now, I think that's it. I'm going to wrap it
Oh,
up.
what about the sorry, one more. The previous series, the Grizzlies, the foul on Gary Payton Jr. I don't think it was
Oh,
that bad.
I
I
think
really don't think it was that bad. I mean, yes, it was a flagrant,
flagrant.
but the way that Steve Kerr and the Warriors went on about it
Yeah,
afterward,
let's talk about
especially
that.
after they defended themselves for Draymond Green getting, whatever, the flagrant too. Then someone does it to you guys, and oh, he's green blue murder. Like it's either
Broke
one
the
or the
code.
other, right?
He said he said Dylan Brooks broke the code. He kind of threw that very heavy thing, and then everyone was like, "Oh, he broke the code. The floor already jumped. He came for the after. Shouldn't have done that." I think Gary Payton was a bit wrong to put his hand there first. What the fuck, man? Come on, bro. You should know how to fall. What? Don't
That's right.
put your fucking hand like this, man. You're gonna fuck your shoulder, and then he fractured his elbow. I felt so bad because he was playing well. I
It's
like
exactly
Gary
what
Payton
Barkley
too.
said. You land on your back or your
Correct.
ass,
What he
so that
said that
because
land
of
on
the
your
yeah.
ass or your shoulder or your side or something. Not on your. Don't put your
Ask
hand.
Mick Foley, man.
Come on, man. That's
Shit.
right. Testicular fortitude, baby. Cactus Jack in the house. So yeah, they should have. Very unfortunate. But when they asked Kerr after that, what do you think about Jordan Poole yanking this motherfucker's knee now. What do you think of that?
Mm.
He said, I didn't see it. Yeah, okay,
I,
great.
I I didn't see. I haven't seen it either.
Oh,
But
the
I will say, I
yanking
will say,
the. Oh, okay.
Steve Kerr. I used to really like Steve Kerr, but since the first championship, after that, uh, the whole franchise, all of them, they're just so fucking arrogant about everything.
And their
When they
fans are
first won, I was
annoying,
so happy
bro.
for them
I
for
mean,
being such a long suffering. The Warriors, when they first won, what about 10 years ago now, whatever it is, 8 years ago.
yeah, they
I was so
celebrated
happy
like
for them.
they just found water.
Yeah, yeah. Now I can't fucking stand it.
Bro, the thing is, their fans are adding to it. There are a lot of social media stars, not like who are Golden State fan. Of course, a new fucking star called Curry was dropping dimes like a motherfucker. Where everyone loved Curry, best Curry, lamb Curry in the house. So I was like, yeah, okay, if it's normal, when a team is dominating for 5 years in a row, there's going to be a lot of fans. So a lot of social media stars, they're fucking annoying. They're calling LeBron Le Flop, Le this, calling Russell Westbrook this. So I think Golden State Warriors fans are number one haters of other teams. I'm in my opinion, lah. Of course, because number, and then they have a reason to hate even more when teams like Durant and all leave. It's like a fuck on that guy again. So when the team done well, they can shit on that. As though they when they not doing well, oh, our guys are injured. So it's adding to that hate. You know what I mean? So
You
fuck
just
Golden
said
State.
you just said Duran, and they'd be
And
shitting everywhere.
they became, shitting on durians, all over the place, stink up the
And
stadium.
I still think chicken curry is the best curry, man.
Bro,
You can have
lamb
your
curry,
lamb
bro.
curry or your goat curry, which is good, but chicken
Bro.
curry is still the best curry.
Well, I mean, depends what kind of chicken.
Well, like if you're vegetarian, it could be you have to have your palak paneer, right?
I mean, there's cheese,
The
but
cottage
you know what I
cheese.
mean. There ain't no chicken in there. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just bullshitting with that. What kind of chicken? What the fuck you
Kari
talking about?
ayam.
Black chicken? Kari ayam. Kari kambing, bang. Sedap.
Soy kapitan. No, no.
The video is still up. Ah.
We practice for it. They should be up.
It should be up. We are the original. I need to find a toilet. I need to
That was
find
such a
a
good performance.
toilet to go outside, to go
To go
outside,
outside,
to go
to go
outside.
outside.
I want outside. Ding, 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 ding. I want outside. Ding, 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 ding. Need to ask Justin to show that to his kid. Ding, 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 ding.
That was so good.
You should ask him to show it to Elliot. Let Elliot have a look at that. So yeah, breaking the codes and all that. We just managed to unlock the code today. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. Now check out the channel Cousin Roy's Corner where we are gaming and gaming every week is absolutely incredible. Every week I got new people tuning in, so it's
Yeah,
been
yeah,
a lot of fun. It's
your
doing
gaming
well,
is all
man.
over
I'm
the
shocked. It's so
all over the shop.
encouraging. So encouraging.
Is it?
So yeah, you got to go more than an hour and a half or 2 hours. It's when I start feeling YouTube kind of kicking it out or something, and the timing when you play and all that. But
Are you
I'm
talking to
talking.
the
I'm
other
talking to
players
myself.
or
I'm talking to myself most of the time.
are you talking to yourself? Okay, okay.
Talking
I
to
was just
myself.
wondering. As I don't
Yes.
game, I don't
Oh,
know how it
oh,
works.
the other times I'm playing with the. Wait, let me wrap this up first. Okay, guys, boom. Thank you all for tuning in. Wait, thanks for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
peace
you.
out.
Bye bye.